Oh boy, did it have its day during the pandemic, and it has not gone away. We love some bread, whether it's banana bread, whatever bread. We really do love it, but there's something about banana bread that just was fantastic and very comforting these past few years. And this is from Bread and Bread. You're getting 24-ounce loaves of family recipe banana bread for $36.98. Your 5 easy payments, $7.40. And of course, those easy payments are going away at the end of the day. It's M86176. So what are the flavors of the 3? Well, you're going to get the original. 7 dozen left in the original. If you want it in the chocolate chip, 3 dozen in the chocolate chip, and blueberry, 6 dozen in the blueberry, or you can get the combo. Just a few more left in the combo, and that is it. Oh my gosh, that's not a lot. Not a lot at all. Melissa Fleming Epps, I got you backwards. I read my card, girl. I read the card wrong, and I only had a sip of the wine, so it's really not that. It was me.
That is okay. I'm doing great, Monifa. How are you today?
I'm well. It's nice to see you.
Great.
And we love our banana bread. Oh my gosh. I know I started making it just like everybody else did during the pandemic, and we have not looked back. It's really delicious.
It is so good, and it truly is comforting, right?
Yeah.
And what's so special about this is it's not processed. It's not, overly packaged. This is made by a small artisan bakery located in Florida. Our headmaster baker, her name is Alini, and she works with a team of artisan bakers. Everything that's ordered today is made to order. None of this is pre-made.
Right.
It's made fresh. So you're going to place your orders today, and then Alini and her team of master bakers are going to get to work. There are no artificial flavors. There are no preservatives. What you're seeing right here, this is the original banana bread. It was truly a labor of love. It's very, very heavy, so it's going to give you a denser banana bread, but it's going to be so much more flavorful. Alini and her team, Monifa, they went through 26 recipes to get the perfect banana bread.
Yeah.
And what they did with this was they made sure a third of the weight of this is pure banana puree.
Yeah.
So it's very moist. It's so delicious. Again, the fact that it's no artificial flavors and no preservatives is so wonderful.
That means we got to keep it in the freezer too, right? Because there's no preservatives when we get this home, Melissa?
Yeah, thank you for that, Monifa. That's a great point. When you get it home, you want to freeze upon arrival. It will be ambient. It will be, air temperature. You want to go ahead and put it in the freezer. So it's going to last up to 6 months in the freezer, and then you can take it out. You can cut a slice and refreeze it, or you can take it out and then have it thaw, and then you can enjoy it for just a few days.
But I would freeze it. What I would do, Melissa, when I get it home, I would just slice it up and then put it in the freezer. That way you could just kind of grab it as you want it.
I love that idea. In addition to the original Monifa, we also have my very favorite. What pairs better with bananas and banana bread than chocolate chips, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so delicious. And the chocolate chips are so fantastic. I have some pre-sliced up here. I'm going to grab one. So it's that great banana bread.
It's
and then
loaded with those chocolate chips too.
Loaded. Oh my goodness. And the crust. That's a beautiful shot of the crust of these particular banana breads. These are all hand scored on the top. So again, they're all made by hand. They're made by a small team of artisan bakers. We know that so much love goes into each and every loaf. It's all made to order. And those chocolate chips are so delicious. They pair so beautifully with that delicious, flavorful, aromatic banana bread. And it's though it's dense, it's so light and fluffy at the same time, because a third of the weight is that pure banana puree. So that's that beautiful chocolate chip. And then last but not least, I will tell you, it's my surprise favorite. This is blueberry, right?
There's something about fruit in banana bread that is really nice.
There is. It's so good. These blueberries, they're ripe. They're picked when they're that perfect ripeness. And then when you marry that banana bread with these ever so slightly sour blueberries, it is just a party on your tongue.
Yeah.
It is so delicious. It is so good. And it's so fresh. And it's so perfect for this time of year with that fruit and then that wonderful banana bread. And you just can't go wrong. You just cannot go
Listen,
wrong.
I'm
And
slicing it up. I'm drizzling a little bit of maybe chocolate on top of it, maybe a little bit of hazelnut spread on. I'm just saying, this is what I might do. I might do it. I might make some
do
fresh
it.
whipped cream because I do love fresh whipped cream in my Vitamix. You know, it takes like 30 seconds to make fresh whipped cream in your Vitamix. Have you ever done that, Jordan? Fresh whipped cream in your Vitamix, it's the best. So I might do a little dollop of that on here. Really fantastic to have as a great little snack if you like your little coffee, or like if you're like my husband and me, we have sometimes at night, you know, when you get that little, you just want something just a little bit sweet, even though the
Just a
sweetness is
little
just
something.
coming from the fruit. This is going to be great. And you get 3 of them, Melissa.
You do, Monifa. You get 3 of them, and they are large. They are 24 ounces each. So these 3 beautiful loaves, in addition to them being substantial and in addition to them being made fresh for you to order, they also they are such a great thing to keep in your freezer to gift to someone. If someone you know is going through a hard time, what better way to say, I love you,
Food
I'm thinking
soothes
about
the
you,
soul.
I care about you,
It
than
does.
food, right? And I will tell you, this truly, truly presents in such a beautiful way. There's actual parchment paper when it comes to you, when it's wrapped. You can see right here the parchment
And
paper
baking
right
in
here.
that paper is huge. I remember learning
It
that
is.
from Jimmy the Baker, talking about the importance
Yeah.
of baking in paper, how it just is really the best way. And then one last question before I go through
Please.
this is, how many servings do you get from each loaf?
It depends on how you cut.
Right.
If you cut thin, I would say 1, 2, 3, I would say about 8 to 10.
Nice.
And those are with generous slices. But I will tell you, if you do want to slice them a little bit thinner, you will get
Of
significantly
course, you'll
more
get
than
more.
that.
Yeah, which is
And
nice.
you want to know another way that I love to enjoy this? You were talking about what you might do if you had this at home. You know, you might do that whipped cream in your Vitamix. Incredible French toast right
Of course,
here.
it's incredible French toast.
Oh my God, forget it. It is out of this world.
Of course.
You cannot go wrong with it.
Of course. So let me tell you what you can shop for. If you want the combo, that's always our most popular option, where you're getting 1 of each. You're going to get 1 of the original banana, 1 of the chocolate chip, and 1 of the blueberry. That's always very, very popular. You can also get the original by itself. We have 4 dozen left there. If you want, which one are we going to go to next? That chocolate chip. 2 dozen left in all chocolate chip. In that blueberry, 5 dozen left. So pick these up, you throw them in your freezer, you take it out as you need it, maybe get it home, slice it up, and then freeze it that way. That way you can just go in and grab a slice as you need. How perfect would that be? But I do love that idea of a good little French toast with it. I would slice it a little thinner and throw it on with the French toast, dip it in that little egg and some cinnamon. Why not? Makes that French, I still would make my whipped cream.
And the Vitamix.
Come on now,
Yeah.
I still got to make the
That's
whipped
my
cream.
girl. You know, I would too. And it really is. Whether you do that with your original, whether you do it with your chocolate chip, or you do it with your blueberry, you cannot go wrong. And again, I just want to take a moment to note the beautiful hand scoring on the top that our bakers do. So much
I
love
would grill
goes
it
into each
too.
and every bit.
Melissa, I would
my
grill
goodness.
it. Right?
I love the way you think. that is so good. That sounds so good to me.
Oh my gosh,
so
I would totally
delicious.
grill it. I'm just thinking, like, I'm a foodie. I love food, I love to taste food. And this is the funny thing. My appetite is not big at all. I don't eat a lot of food. I just like food. And so it's the funniest thing. You know, I talk about it, and then you give me this plate. I'm literally only taking a bite or 2, but I'm satisfied. So that's what we're talking about. We're having fun, and we're giving all these great ideas to eat this with when you go home. It's so funny. My cousin just texted me. She was like, hey, you know your cousin, who is her a beautiful little baby boy, he has food allergies, and so she's like, let's pick him up a couple of things. I'm like, yeah, okay, I got you covered. Don't worry, I'll send the baby some things. I have a weakness for the babies, so of course I'm going to send the baby some things from the show that he can eat. But I think about what you said about gifting this. What a fantastic way to be able to build to, ship to. And on this one, there is no auto delivery. So you pick this up, you think about, okay, wait a minute, it is summertime. I might be going to visit someone. Maybe I want to go ahead and pick up this pack of 3. That way I can have one and I can gift the other. Like, what a great way to be able to get home this banana bread and share the wealth. That's what I say. When you have something that you love, you share it, and other people love it too.
Absolutely. And I also love the thought you're talking about build to, ship to.
Yeah.
This is the time of year where we're visiting friends, we're visiting families. What a great way. You go ahead, you have this shipped to them. It arrives when you're there or prior to you getting there. It's something that you can enjoy. You don't want to put your guests out and make them having, to
Right.
entertain all the time. But this is great for that. It's a little something to put in the freezer that they can pull out and they can enjoy. And it's also something great for you to have in your own freezer. What happens if, the school year's
The
over, but I'll
pop-ups,
use this
the pop-up
example.
visits all the time.
Oh yeah, the moms from the bus stop come in. Everybody
All
wants
the
to have a cup of
time.
coffee and
That's
chat
it.
while the kids are on their way. And you want to have something. Yes, you've
Right.
got your Keurig coffee maker for your coffee, but you also want to be able to offer them a little bit of a treat.
Yeah, it's
What a
nice.
great thing to have. It thaws in just a few minutes when you're
Right.
ready to enjoy it.
That's the beautiful thing about the dessert. Thaws in just a few minutes. You know, it always happens, especially in the summertime, those kind of random pop-ups. Somebody is dropping their kid off. Maybe they had a play date, and then somebody drops the kid off, and then you're outside saying goodbye and thank you so much, and then the next thing you know, you go, come on in, and here you go. You're in, and so you want to be able to have a little something. And you know what else I like to do, Melissa? Especially in the summertime. Let's say you're traveling and you're going on a little road trip or you're going to visit somebody. I actually always like to bring food, especially if you're going to be staying with them, because again, they're already hosting you, right? They're already hosting you. They're already going to be cooking and all of these things. So it's nice to have something that they don't have to prepare. So I love being able to have to be able to share something like this. That is a huge piece. And look at it. It is filled.
Those chocolate chips. This is chocolate chips. This is my favorite. I think nothing pairs better with banana than chocolate. I am a sweet girl through and through. I am the girl you go out to lunch with. I'm already looking at the dessert menu before I even look at the entree or the appetizers. So this is so good, and I love it so much. And it's just something that's so special. It's not something that's going to be, processed. It's not something that you're buying in the grocery store that maybe there's lots of preservatives in it. This comes from a small artisan bakery in Florida. Alini is our headmaster baker. She heads up this great crew of this small group of chefs, and so much love goes into each and every loaf. It's all made to order, no artificial flavors, no preservatives. So you know that you're going to be enjoying something that is, not artificial, something that you're going to be able to pronounce all the ingredients that are on the side of the package.
Talk about that chocolate chip one since you open it up. Let's talk about that particular one. We will go through the other ones as well.
Yeah. So we start with the base, which is, of course, our delicious banana bread. 26 different recipes of this banana bread to get it just right, tasting just perfect. A third of the weight of this 24 ounces, Monisha, is actually pure banana puree. So it's dense, but it's moist, and it's also nice and light at the same exact time. So what we did was we started with that wonderful banana bread, which is our original, which is also one of the offers here. You can get it in the combo. But then we put those delicious milk chocolate chips. We baked it inside. We have it on the top, that hand-scored top, also just a little bit of that cinnamon sugar on the top as well. And then it's baked, and it is so delicious. It's going to come room temperature. Again, we do recommend that you put it right in that freezer. You slice it up. I love how you suggested that. You slice it up, then you put it in the freezer. You take it out as you're going to be enjoying it. You can eat it and you can enjoy it room temperature. It tastes even better when you warm it up, that chocolate chip. They become ooey and gooey, and
Put some butter on your grill pan, grill that thing up. So good. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so that's the chocolate chip. Which one do you want to go to? You want to go to the blueberry?
Let's do the blueberry. I'm going to grab some of this that I have pre-sliced. So the blueberry, this is a surprise fan favorite in my house. I have 5 children, my husband and I. We've got ranging from 24, 2 sets of twins, 19 years old and 15 years old. This is a surprise fan favorite. I always say that my house is America's best test kitchen. If it passes here with all of the different likes and dislikes, then you know that it's a home run. The blueberry has been a huge favorite with my team. And what's so good about it is it's got that fresh fruit. They're picked, they're harvested, those blueberries at just the right time, and then they're baked inside this banana bread. It's that perfect taste of that combination of that ever so slightly sour blueberry, that fresh fruit, and then you've got that delicious banana bread. So again, that's inside that dough. It's baked inside this bread beautifully. And then, of course, it's all topped on the top as well. And again, note that beautiful hand cutting on the top of the loaf that all of the artisans do. All of our bakers make sure to give it that extra bit of love And so those flavors really can go through the banana bread and
Yeah.
really, really just be